Hi everyone, I'm Anne from English Valley Cafe. Welcome to this English lesson. I know you clicked because you would like to know different ways that you can use get in spoken English. And today we're going to cover about 7 to 8 different common ways that English speakers use get in spoken English. Now, there are many different meanings and different ways that you can use get depending on the context. So today, instead of overwhelming you with too many meanings, I'm going to just focus on 7 to 8 of them that we commonly used in spoken English. Now, if you would like to get a little bit more vocabulary to expand your speaking vocabulary, I will leave the link down in the description of a few other videos that I did on the get verb. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this video. So the first meaning that we use get, and this one's very common, is to let people know that we understand something. So you might hear something like, I get it, or we get it. That means we understand. Or we might ask somebody, did you get what she just said? Or did you get what he just said? Okay, did you get what he just said or what she just said? So this is essentially saying, did you understand what this person just said? The second use of the verb get can mean to buy something. So for example, we need to get more apples. What are you going to get? So imagine that you opened your fridge and you notice there's no more apples. You might say, we need to get more apples. Or you might ask someone, what are you going to get? What are you going to get? So here we're using get as in like to buy something. Now, a very common way that we use get is to talk about the changing state of something, like something is changing, is evolving, or to become. For instance, she's getting older. It gets dark early now. It's getting colder at night. So in all these sentences here, we're talking about the changing state of a person or of the weather. So we often use get. And notice here that I can change the verb, right, to the present tense. It gets dark early, or we can use it in the progressive form. It's getting colder. The next one is very common, and I'm sure you use it without even realizing that you're using the verb get. And that is to talk about to receive or to obtain something. Here are some examples. You might ask somebody, did you get my text? Or I didn't get my package. Have you gotten a promotion yet? Now notice here again, I can change the tense of the verb get, right? Like did you get? Or have you gotten, the participle form. We also use the verb get in the passive voice to talk about good news, but mostly unpleasant news. So for example, I got the job. I got the job. Okay, so here you're delivering a good news, but it's kind of like a surprised manner. So like, I got the job. Now here's an unpleasant news. The house got broken into. Okay, got broken into just means that somebody entered your house like a burglar and they want to steal things. So here we don't know who the person is. So we're using the passive voice to talk about a negative news. So the house got broken into. We can also use the passive voice to talk about receiving some kind of service. So for example, I got a haircut. Okay, I got a haircut. So this means that somebody cut my hair. Okay, I didn't cut my hair myself. Somebody cut the hair. So I got a haircut by somebody. Or I got my car fixed. I got my car fixed. Okay, so here I'm receiving a service from somebody. So I got the car fixed by the mechanics. We often use the verb get to talk about arriving at a place or like a time schedule. For example, what time will you get here? That means what time will you arrive? Or I got to the office at 2 o'clock today. Okay, I got to the office. That means that I arrived at the office at 2 o'clock. You could also use the verb get to request something or to make an offer. So you hear this at the restaurant, the waitress or waiter might ask you, can I get you something to drink? Okay, can I get you something to drink? Or you might want more water, you can say, could I get some more water? You could also use this to ask somebody to bring something to you. So for example, let's say you're just lounging on the sofa, you're feeling lazy, but you're really cold and you want your jacket. So you might ask, hey, can you get my jacket for me? Okay, can you get my jacket for me? So if you want somebody to bring something to you, can you get something for me? Last but not least, we use the verb get to talk about owning something, like to have possession of something, and also to talk about obligation, okay, something that we have to do. And here we often use the verb get with have, so have got. Some examples, he's got 2 cats. I've got bills to pay. Or you've got to study more. Okay, so in the first sentence here, we're talking about ownership or showing possession. And then the other 2 sentences, we are talking about some kind of obligation. Okay, but here we're using the verb have got, okay, to show that obligation, the responsibility. All right, these are some of the common ways that we use the verb get in spoken English. There are many, many more I know that I didn't cover in this video. There are a lot of verbs, or phrasal verbs, I should say, with the verb get. If you would like to see another video on phrasal verbs using get, give this video a thumbs up and write yes in the comments so I know, and I will plan another video on the verb get. But in the meantime, check out the description for some links to other videos that I've made previously using the verb get. And that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if it was useful, and please share it with someone that you know who's learning English. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.